I just ripped it.
That was quick, Jeff. I didn't know you were gonna rip it like that. The knife was on the way. You got too eager. I was being kind, but you got too eager.
Okay. Now this is the problem. This is the problem I have with this. One, you edit the show, so you could make this look however you wanted this to look. Right?
It's not gonna be good for you.
It's not gonna go well for me.
No.
Happy to be here.
Okay. Welcome to the M&O Show with Thomas Walsh.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so we were sitting here at this very table probably at least a year ago when you brought in I think we've had two really cool dinners back here. When you brought in first was
Leanne Whippen.
And then what was the second one we did?
Oh, that was with Agnes from the show Tanked.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I think actually it was when we were doing the show with Agnes and what was the guy's name?
Brett Raymer.
Yeah, Brett Raymer. We were talking, I think they were maybe doing a podcast or about to do a podcast, and we were talking about we were getting ready to start doing this podcast. That was kind of the very beginning of like thinking about doing this podcast. We should get Agnes to come out.
She wants to come out.
Yeah.
She wants to come out, and that would be really cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
For sure.
But yeah, so and we've that was a good dinner. Are you guys doing something with her, with Agnes?
Right now it's more of just kind of talking.
Okay, still talking.
But hope to someday.
Cool.
She's really good.
Yeah, and so but we've been working with you now for almost 3 years since we started. And one of the things when we got going here, we wanted to source as much local stuff as possible. And so right away, like Thomas was the first person that we reached out to at just trying to get to see what what is going on over at Underwood and all that kind of stuff. And so that was kind of when I think Chef reached out to you pretty early on.
Right. I came in and I think Chef had just started too. So it kind of was a good timing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then as we were launching products, you guys hit with COVID and us as well. So it was kind of a tough time.
Yeah.
But we're through it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's time to move on.
Yeah. So we do. We use Underwood peppers in a lot of stuff in our menu. It's the mash. Tell us about the mash.
So the mash is basically the base of all of our products. So basically during our growing season, which is about a 4-month period when we harvest, you take the peppers and you basically grind them with a mixture of vinegar and salt and basically put them away. That's your base. You have to have it last you 12 months. So you have to grow enough, be able to produce enough, put it away. So that's what you use to make your sauce throughout the whole year. But Ivan's been able to figure out ways, Chef Ivan's been able to figure out ways to use the mash as an ingredient in some of his dishes, which has been really killer.
Yeah.
His chili, the green chili was knockout.
I meant to bring out our trophies from our chili trophies. We'll have to like cut that in right now. But
Yeah,
obviously in our community, like in Thousand Oaks, most people know Underwood from the Halloween going for the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, the family farm side of it.
Family Farms,
our sister company,
Yeah. And what's the other?
They have another stand at Somas as well.
Okay.
But the actual Underwood family started farming in Ventura County in 1867.
Wow.
So currently our current owner right now. What's he bringing?
He's bringing a pizza.
So, tell us a little bit about the history of Underwood. I'd love to hear the history.
So the Underwood family's been farming in Ventura County since 1867. Our current owner right now, Craig Underwood, is fourth generation. We've grown pretty much everything possible. Chili peppers has been one of our biggest crops for the last 28 years.
Okay.
Farming in the recent years has been getting pretty tough. It's rising costs, it's down markets, it's imports, it's you name it. So we're really, farmers work very, very hard. We're very optimistic.
Right.
And we do these things sometimes and happy with like 2% margins. It's insane. So
right.
Over the years, we've wondered, what else can we do to maybe produce something else? And that's where the sauce kind of came in. At one point, everyone knows we were a key grower for a big sauce company. That's no longer after 28 years. So we really believe that all the research and development that our company did for that pepper variety,
right.
It would be silly to waste it.
Yeah.
So we kind of said, well, what about this?
With those peppers, the climate, is this climate good for them? Has the climate changed over the years that it's harder to grow them?
No, the climate's fine.
Okay.
For us, we're lucky. We have good ground. We have good weather. They need a lot of heat, so they grow in the summer.
Okay.
And we have water, so we're fortunate with that. But climate hasn't affected in any way.
Okay.
Lately you're hearing things about pepper shortages, and there's not a pepper shortage, there's a grower shortage. So there's, growers now are going to grow the crops that they're going to get paid on.
And you said you have water.
Yes.
I feel like in California, I'm not from California originally, now I'm live in California the last 5 years. I feel like
2 more years and you'll be considered a California.
Is that actually a rule?
That's the rule. California. 7 years.
It's kind of like if you
pretty short.
People stand closer to me now and talk. When I say 5, they're like 5. I used to be like, I'm in here 2-3 years, and they're like, oh, and they like back up. So I didn't know there's actually a number.
7 years and you're in California.
Well, and you got to be careful too in California. If you live with a woman or for enough time, then you're married.
Well,
that's a problem too.
10 years, I think, is common law in California.
Yeah, so be careful.
I already got that one taken care of.
Yeah.
No, but it feels like we don't have water out here. But you said you guys have water. Water's not a problem in farming where you're at?
No, as far as our operation team, they're really good at new ways of being able to work efficiently. So, and the grounds that we have, that we're fortunate. There are some growing areas in California that they don't have water.
Okay.
Same with Arizona. It's so anyway. But with like anything, you have to adapt. You can't just sit there and say, "Oh, we ran out of water. We're done." You have to adapt.
Right.
Just like us, we have to adapt what we're doing. And again, like I said, farming these days it's pretty complicated here in California, especially with costs and labor and inputs, things like that. So
some of that change and adaptation for you guys is like, we have the base of this stuff. We could make our own products.
Right. And I think that, to be honest with you, for us, that's the key component for any pepper sauce manufacturer. We have the ground to produce the main ingredient. That's the hardest part, not only having the ground, but actually doing it. Luckily for me, I'm not on the operations side, but I know that our guys are probably some of the hardest working people you can imagine out there in those fields. Not the best, situation with the weather and water and wet and mud.
Right.
These guys work really, really hard, and they produce a great product, and it's not easy. So when you see these sauce guys, I'll just find no more peppers, it's not that easy. So
yeah, and so Thomas and Chef, they've been working hand in hand on all kinds of fun things this whole time. One of the first things I think that we did together was I wanted to do a barbecue chicken pizza. Like my favorite pizza at California Pizza Kitchen is their barbecue chicken pizza. So
right. I
asked Chef to do a Tarantula Hill version of that. And so obviously it's got barbecue sauce as the sauce. So Thomas and Chef came up with our own, do you know, is it the spicy sauce or the regular sauce that's on
Well,
this?
you have a mild and a spicy. So
Okay.
that's the other thing too with the peppers that we grow. You can control the heat with the varieties. So we actually have a jalapeno variety that has no heat. But one thing that's even more important to understand about these sauces is our barbecue sauces don't have tomato, they don't have ketchup. It's just a red jalapeno. So it's very unique. So then when we came up with the idea, like, well, we can sub out one ingredient for putting the IPA in there, and it worked.
Yeah, so this is the mild version. This is the Tarantula Hill IPA. So basically, we were just giving Thomas kegs and kegs of our beer.
Thank you.
That sounds highly suspicious to me.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
and he was taking it back to the lab,
They return empty too. It's really strange.
The lab.
and but we tried a bunch of different beers to get the right taste profile, and Tarantula IPA ended up being the one that we went with. We got pretty into it. We got into going through like the different hop profiles and stuff like that, and at one point you even tried we gave you a bunch of hops, right?
Yep.
Tried that.
They got it pretty earthy,
Yeah.
pretty hoppy.
Yeah, the hops they get bitter quick, and then this is the same beer but a spicier version. And then, like I said, that's on this. Let's try this pizza.
Want me to grab it? You got it?
Yeah, so this pizza, this is actually, it's one of the spiciest items on our menu, and it's because of the sauce. It's not even the jalapenos that are on top as well. And there are on there that you can see there are Underwood Ranch's red jalapenos and green jalapenos. But the sauce is where the kick is really coming from.
And do you remember, John, when we first started doing it, when Chef started doing it, he was only using the spicy, and I guess there was too many returns.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's too spicy for people?
Yeah. It was fire. Chef and me loved it, but the people were freaking out.
I don't know, like for me, I have a real passion for peppers, and I'm not sure why, but I've always had that. And I'm not into it's got to be ghost and that. I'm not. It's got to taste good.
Yeah.
To me, I think a jalapeno pepper is the best tasting. And what's really funny about a jalapeno is I've had some that are extremely hot. I've had some with no heat. So you can get really hot jalapenos, but to me, the flavor has to be there.
Right.
And the other thing is, as a farmer, when you're a grower, it's all about yields, tons per acre. In the jalapeno pepper, you get way more weight, way more tons per acre. So that's why it.
What's interesting about this sauce is it kind of stays in your mouth. It's not like an aftertaste. It is I suppose an aftertaste, but it's the same taste you get when I ate it.
Yeah.
It's just this constant, and it's not like really fiery, right?
Right.
But it's like
It can be. Like I think right now what Chef does is he mixes the spicy and the mild because there's too many returns.
okay. So he got it to that spot,
Yeah.
that
This
sweet
one,
spot.
This one by itself is really hot. Like if you just put just this one on there, it's fire.
Is it?
But it has an amazing taste. It's not, and the cool thing about it is having the beer in there is very unique.
It's very unique, and it's not like it's extremely hot. But if you ever seen like barbecue sauce, they say a spicy barbecue sauce, it's got no heat.
Yeah.
Well, we took care of that. But again, there's no tomato product in there either. So that's the other thing. It's just completely red jalapenos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume that most always had some sort of tomato.
Try that, Jeff. Dip your crust in there or something. Get some of that heat.
Oh, that's good. Well, there's heat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take one of these home.
Yeah. Take that one.
That's really good.
I'm starting to sweat right now.
Yep.
Turn into that episode of Hot Ones.
Yeah. Exactly. That's like probably on Hot Ones. It's probably like mid-range, like level 5, I would say.
Yeah, but like I said, I've made pizzas out of it too. It's really good. I don't have a problem with it, but yeah, some people might. Even if you say spicy pizza, they didn't really want spicy.
No, even now, like the mixed version of it, it's on the menu. I think it's 3 peppers.
Yeah.
The next thing that we did, well, also, actually, before we get to that one, we also have here. Obviously, we have when Chef Ivan came in, he brought in to our menu street bites. We got tacos and burritos and all that. So we have all these. This 1867, obviously, which is the year they started farming.
It's the year we were born, and it's to me the Underwood company is pretty simple,
Right.
but a good company. So that's a really simple, good sauce. It's basically a vinegar base. It goes on everything. That one at my house is most popular because I have kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we put on everything.
And then we also have the Verde. We keep this here. This is another one of their sauces.
So that one, the reason we came up with the Verde is because when you're harvesting reds, you still get green. We don't want to throw them away. So we said, how do we?
So like, when you're just what percent are green?
Well, we try not to have very much, but there's still some greens out there, right? So, with them, we do is, and we said, how do you make a green sauce that doesn't look like throw up? I mean, because it's the color, right? So what we did is we roasted the peppers and we started playing with that. So it works really good. That's another simple sauce too. There's no preservatives in these sauces. There's no there's no artificial preservatives.
We'll try it.
Sure.
This sauce is amazing.
But it
So this is like good on like tacos and
absolutely
Good on anything.
Absolutely.
Eggs, it's amazing. I have it at home.
Ice cream.
I put it on my eggs all the time.
Want me to open that?
Not ice cream.
You got it?
Yeah.
You can put that in a Cookie Monster?
No. That would not work. Well, I got heavy there, but got some more crust. Obviously, it would be better on tacos than
sweet.
That's just the peppers.
The peppers are that sweet.
Well, I mean, it's just that we make that sauce basically based around the pepper, the quality of pepper. It's a dense sauce, so I mean, it's got very limited ingredients.
Wow. It's very good.
Yeah. And then, and then Thomas came up with the idea that we should, as how much fun we had basically putting beer in the barbecue sauce, that we should do our own Tarantula Hill hot sauce. One of Chef's favorite beers is our Mango Fichot. So he wanted to try and work it out, and that worked really, so it worked good with actually putting some mango as well in this sauce. So it's the Mango Fichot Hazy. So so Tom's got to take a bunch of kegs of hazy IPAs.
Yeah. We don't remember much.
To the lab.
We don't remember much.
So, this sauce is super ridiculous.
It's one of the most interesting sauces I've ever had because it's like 3 components. They're all 3 separate. So the first, when you hit it, you get the beer, and then you get the mango, and then you get the heat. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to grab some crust over here.
Yeah, we should get some. Chef's gonna bring some more stuff actually for us. And then Josh created this label, which let's get a close up of that.
Yeah, it's killer.
Shout out to Dave Carlson again for the initial.
Oh yeah, the
mango stuff.
Yeah. So this is like a collaboration label between you and Dave.
Let me take a look at that.
Yeah.
When Josh chimes in, I feel like I'm on the Howard Stern show. Where's Robin?
Yeah.
See that's a very it's very unique. That's very unique.
Yeah.
But we'd made 4 different versions, and I came here, and John, myself, and Ivan, we all sat down, and Ivan brought out some killer shrimp tacos and fish tacos. And so, because we had to figure out which version we liked the best, whatever reason, when you put that on a fish taco with the cabbage,
right,
it sets it off. It's very strange.
Yeah, I was thinking like right away the shrimp, but fish too.
Yeah,
that's a really good sauce.
But you get in the beginning, you get the IPA, and then you get the mango, then you get the heat.
Right.
Yeah. It's so good. I love it.
So where can you buy these? Do you guys are they online?
They're on
direct?
You can go to underwoodranches.com.
Okay.
We're selling them all there. And then I think they sell a few here.
We sell them here as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that one does have some heat to it.
Yeah. And in that one, we use a different variety of our jalapeno, which is the hotter one.
Okay.
So we wanted to make it more of a habanero, but that's not what we grow.
Right.
Again, it gets back to that yield.
Right.
So we have a hotter version of a jalapeno. It's a hybrid variety, and that's the one we put in that one.
And then this sauce, Carolina Gold. You have to tell us about this, but this, I have this sauce in my office, and so when I order lunch up in my office, it doesn't matter what it is, I put this on it. This sauce is it's gold. It's called Carolina. It's a barbecue sauce.
It's mustard base. I
Yeah,
think we
it's
should have called it Carolina Crack because that
Yeah.
is like it's hard to explain, but it's a southern style sauce. We're not as vinegary as the typical
Right.
Carolina style, but it's a mustard based barbecue sauce, and
I
then
want to try that.
we infuse it with our peppers in there as well.
You
So
could literally just take a shot of it.
you get a little bit of a kick.
Just drink it. It's so good.
Yeah, you
um,
got to dip into that one.
We do every now and then we'll do like hot dogs or sausages or whatever, and like it's so good on there. I dip my fries in it.
Yep. It's really
Um,
good on a brat too. If you put like just
yeah,
like fresh
brats.
onions on it,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
it's really good. It's good on anything, honestly. But the fact that it is kind of like mustard based.
So I didn't want to say this before I had it, but I hate mustard. Hate mustard.
Yeah.
But I wanted to try it before I said that. I would eat that, but I am not a mustard person at all.
You're not the only one that said this.
Oh, really?
When we go to festivals and things, people say, I hate mustard. I'm like, just try it.
Yeah, so I want to try it before I
I mean, it's
said
like
that,
you
but-
have a beer right here to wash it down. And then like put 2 in the cart, you know.
Yeah, it's really
Definitely.
good. I could that
There's
on
no way around it
fries.
that it's mustard. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
taste
get
the
mustard right
but
off the bat.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It's so good though.
It's like it's barbecue, like
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Did you get a little bit of kick in the back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm feeling right now.
So the other thing you can do for that product too is it's really good as a binder if you're going to be a barbecue guy and you want to do like a pork roast. Most guys will put just regular mustard and then they'll put their seasoning on there so it binds.
Right.
Use that. It's pretty good too.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's good. But you said on fries, I could.
It's so good on fries.
That'd be really good on
Yeah.
fries.
Yep.
My mouth is on fire at the moment.
That's good.
I'm gonna drink too many beers again tonight.
Oh no.
That's awesome.
Um,
Can you tell me a little bit more about the family, the dynamic of the family, and that passed through different ages of the family? Or
Yeah, it's just through like when I first started, the first time I started back in '98, Craig's dad was running it.
Okay.
And then he passed, and Craig, so it's just that's the 2 parts that I know is Dick Underwood and Craig Underwood.
Okay, so Dick and Craig,
Yeah.
the two.
But Craig's our current right now owner.
Okay.
So
And what part do you play within this?
by trade was sales, but
Okay.
a good thing is one of the cool things about Underwood is you get to do more than just sales. So you get to understand, you get to get the fields, understand the operations, to really understand what we do, to also get involved in the food safety aspect of things.
Right.
We do yearly audits and actually have one on Tuesday.
Okay.
And but just to understand the whole part of the business, because when you can talk to people and explain that you understand every part of it, well,
Right.
not every part, because I'll never understand every part, but good parts of it, then they understand, hey, you know what? I mean, most salesmen are full of shit, but it comes from the heart because
Right.
I know the work that we put into this. I know what the company goes through to make these products come to life.
Right.
So it's a lot of work involved. And,
Yeah.
and we're seed the sauce. I mean, we're the ones that grow the peppers, we harvest the peppers, we process the peppers, we make the sauces. It's not just us in the kitchen just buying products and putting them together.
Right. Exactly.
So
Well, these are really unique too. I think you do a lot of. Now it makes a lot of sense with a lot of the food that you guys have.
yeah.
Adding this element to it because the sauces are unique. The food here is unique.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I've said it probably a million times, even on the show, but for a brewery, the food here is fabulous. you
Yeah.
know?
it works really well.
Yeah, it's in a lot of stuff. I mean, Chef uses it. He uses, like I said, the mash. He uses it in a lot of stuff, like the key to our Brussels sprouts. People love our Brussels sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
Super unique what Chef put together there, and it's a big part of it is it's soaked up in that mash, and then they thinly slice the peppers and put it on top as well. And then he mixes in like some kind of Asian style, kind of like soy sauce. It's not soy sauce. It's the other one.
Worcestershire?
No, what's the soy sauce that's
Ponzu?
it's gluten free.
It's not ponzu.
Chef's gonna kill me for not remembering this. My brain is deteriorating by the day.
That's why you got a chef.
Exactly.
But yeah, so the way that he's kind of put that all together, and then yeah, those are amazing. Yeah, there's so many things. our chicken wings are one of our most popular items here as well. We do the barbecue.
Right.
We do buffalo barbecue, and then Chef kind of rotates the other one. Currently, I believe it's like a spicy tamarind sauce that he made. But the barbecue sauce obviously is
Yeah,
our,
actually, now that you say that, I had the barbecue wings. I got some of those a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Wow, these are spicy."
They're spicy.
I didn't expect them to be spicy. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, barbecue." I was like, "Whoa."
They're way more spicy than
You know what's funny
the buffalo
is
stuff.
I actually got them for my kids, and they're like, "Oh, these are spicy," but they ate them all,
Yeah.
and they don't like. I don't like spicy. They ate them all.
There's definitely enough
was
sweet in
surprised.
there.
Oh,
too.
that's the
It's-
beginning, and just wait. This is where this is going to take them. This is an illness, and it's not going to stop. Even my body sometimes says stop, but I just don't. I can't. Everything's got to have peppers on it.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to me.
Right.
And again, like Chef's using, whether it's our mash or our sauces, but he's not using like capsaicin extractions. This guy's using real stuff.
Right.
Kind of blows me away some of the things he comes up with too. So I look to trying to develop another sauce with him at some point.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's talk about. I started to go into it before about the chili, but the chili was. We had a lot of fun doing
Yeah.
that as well. Chef did a green chili. What peppers was he using in that?
So that was during our years of growing, we've also done some Anaheims and some Poblanos. We had some extra, so we said, let's make a mash out of them, and we'll figure out down the road if it's something that we can use in another sauce. So I have those, and I gave him a combination of the Anaheim Poblano and some of the green jalapeno. And that have you had his chili yet?
I had it.
Yeah.
Because I just had to bring him some mash today because it's going back on the menu. I know I reposted one of his posts on the chili, and now he's getting people requesting it. And he sent me a text today. He's like, you got to tell me. I'm like, what's wrong with being spontaneous here?
Yeah, the chili's good.
He beer braised the pork. He just braised the pork is on its own is just ridiculous. So yeah, it's beer braised pork, and then the chilies in that chili verde. We went to we did a bunch of chili competitions, and just cleaned up, like first place everywhere we went.
There's one. There's one right here. What was the one?
Conejo Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's when I had it.
Oh right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a blast. The Buellton one was a lot of fun.
Yep.
We had it set up so that the Underwood tent was right next door to the Tarantula Hill tent, and we hung out, and we won. We cleaned up there. Won.
Yeah, no, Ivan took home. He was the most decorated man when we left there. He's a pretty happy guy too. He was pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really good, and I think the key too is with our mashes. One thing I haven't mentioned is that they've been aging. So as they age and get older, those solids are breaking down. That the flavor just becomes even more pronounced. It's pretty
All right,
good.
Here comes Chef. He's bringing out his shrimp Diablos.
Give us some details on this one. What is this?
You make the spicy sauce with Underwood mash,
Onions, garlic, tomatoes, chipotle, and Underwood mash is the spicy sauce on these. These are brand new. The new shrimp tacos. Shrimp Diablo.
Is it sriracha or jalapenos?
They're the base of the sriracha, so it's the same peppers we make our sriracha with.
Yeah,
Grab
those
one,
look good.
Thomas. Help yourself. Thank
Thanks.
you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
I like the crunch of the cabbage, and then I like the pickled onions.
Right. I want a box set of.
Oh shit! I thought I had one of those on it.
John's gonna need a box set of Rolaids.
That's not gonna work.
I'd love to just have a box of one of all these. Have you guys packaged anything like that where you can just get?
We have on our website where you can buy a 3-pack, you can buy a 6-pack. We have people that buy multiple 6-packs, multiple 3-packs.
Okay.
And that's at underwoodranches.com.
Yep, underwoodranches.com.
You guys were talking a little bit about sriracha.
Yeah.
So give us the rundown on, I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about or whatever, but...
It's pretty much all public knowledge.
Okay.
For 28 years, we were the original grower for the peppers for the world's largest sriracha manufacturer. For whatever reasons, the relationship dissolved. As I explained, the Underwood family felt that the time and work and effort that we put into developing those varieties of peppers, and just understanding, be able to grow from 1 acre to 2,000 acres, 100 million pounds a year, and be able to harvest that. It's not something you just want to throw away. That's a huge accomplishment to be able to get to that kind of volume. The work that our team, especially Jim Roberts and Craig Underwood, put in to establish that and accomplish that is huge. I used to go watch these guys harvest. We had mechanical harvesters that our team designed, built. It looked like a circus. It was so efficient and everything. And then as they would harvest, and then they would go to a packing line where they would not packing, but they would be sorting. And they were up to doing 60 truckloads a day, 6 days a week, 4 months a year, which is huge. So to be able to develop that is something you just can't just walk away from.
Right.
And we now work with other sauce manufacturers as well.
Yep.
Like I said, I mean,
was it a hard transition going from one huge client to trying to fill that in?
Oh, it's 85% of your business out the window.
Right.
So yeah, it was tough. But again, I think things are changing in the world, especially after COVID and transportation of importing products. Getting products through the ports, getting products to the borders.
Right.
The world's changing, so we still have the ability to grow that amount of pepper. So we're always looking for new customers for us to do that, and we can manufacture and produce the mash. So that's why we're, again, like you said, 28 years is a long time.
Right.
And there's a great education of it. So, and that was the original pepper that made that product.
So my understanding, and then I might be totally wrong, this might be just folklore at this point, but my understanding is that the guy that was making the sriracha pepper, or the sriracha sauce, it was called sriracha, and the name of the pepper is sriracha, right?
Well, no. So sriracha is actually a province in Thailand, and
Okay.
that's where the product first came from.
But is the name of the pepper a sriracha pepper?
No.
No, okay.
I mean, you can call it that, but it's not.
Okay. So the
It's-
red jalapeno is not called a sriracha?
No.
No, okay.
Sriracha is the style of the sauce because that sauce first came from Sriracha, Thailand.
Okay, gotcha.
And the
But
sauce
so-
came from there. Were the peppers from there originally too?
Yeah, so there's still Thai srirachas we made with Thai
Okay.
chili.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. But so what was it that basically there was a lawsuit basically that came about,
Right.
and for whatever reason he thought that he had the right to use the word sriracha as the name, but the law saw it differently because you can't trademark something that's the name of something that already exists, correct? Is that how it went down, or?
I don't know if that's how it went down. I do know that I don't think he even attempted to secure the name.
Okay.
But again, you can't because from what I understand, again, I'm not the best at this, but is that because it's a province in Thailand, it's not like,
Right.
you can do that, but
It's like you can't trademark the name Los Angeles.
nor would you want to.
Right. Or Thousand Oaks, let's say.
Right.
Right? Like you can't. So it's the name of a city, so you wouldn't be able to trademark that name in any regard. It's like it's
Interesting,
public domain basically.
Right.
Right. So
Well,
that
I think
is that the heart of the suit, or was it something else?
It was totally something else.
Okay.
It's all, like I said, you can Google it. First thing will come up. You type in Underwood Sriracha, first thing will come up is, you can read all about it. Like, again,
Okay.
I wasn't really that involved at that time. I was doing more of the fresh vegetables when we were growing for them.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you can read all about it.
But at the end of the day, Underwood won the suit.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And you guys had the power as you walked away, I guess, too, because where else are you going to get that many peppers? Those type of peppers. with the machine that you guys created for them, right?
It's going to be a tough one, to be honest with you.
Because they're currently shut down, right?
Well, I think they're getting a little bit, but there's not. Think about the pure size of what we were accomplished.
Right.
Yeah. How many growers are you going to want to risk that?
Yeah.
Because you figure when you grow a red jalapeno, you're basically growing it till it's pretty much dead in the field.
Right.
You've got to get it out of that field and harvested and processed right away. So if you've got 3 days transit, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's a tough, it's a big problem.
And
you're
for what
seeing
it's
it now.
worth, your sriracha sauce is much better than that sriracha sauce. I don't know if that's just my opinion because I like what you guys do with it. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you what I don't know. I'm not a sauce maker. But if you side by side,
You're a sauce eater, though.
I am a sauce eater. I'm a sauce fan.
Yeah.
I have always been a fan of sriracha sauce.
You like to
and
get saucy,
I like to get sauced.
right?
Clearly. But yeah, so like what would you say, what is the difference between your sriracha and their sriracha?
I think right now, to be honest with you, is consistency of the same varieties of peppers. So right now, if you've got a hard, maybe get 3, 4, 5, 6 different growers, your variety doesn't, like the variety that you established, it can't be grown in all areas.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That variety is created for the area that you grow.
Yeah.
So you're going to have different profiles, different
Yeah.
solids, different,
Yeah.
I think it'd be the consistency.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas before, it used to be the same varieties that we grew year after year.
Right. Gotcha.
So I think that might be.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that applies to, obviously like in the craft beer world or whatever, like hops are kind of always evolving, even if you're using, like Nelson or whatever, like those hops, like they, it's evolving. But for the season or whatever, ideally you're getting all your hops from this kind of the same place where it would have that consistency,
I mean, if you guys were using like 4 or 5 different vendors for, wouldn't it taste different each batch?
It would, yeah, exactly.
All right, so that's how that's why I think it's
Take
different.
that. You're the chef. You don't take the stuff.
What did you bring us, chef? Is that a pulled pork sandwich?
It's a pulled pork sandwich. It has Carolina Gold,
Oh, nice.
Yep.
signature sauce.
Carolina
It
Gold
has the,
pulled pork.
Pickles, pickled onions,
Pickles, pickled onions,
sesame vinaigrette, and coleslaw.
sesame vinaigrette, and coleslaw. That sounds ridiculous.
Sounds like Evan's got
Carolina-
too much time on his hands. How do you think of all that?
Carolina Gold pulled pork sandwich, chef. That's what's about to go down.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
you guys are fattening me up for the
Thanks, chef.
winter.
Exactly. We're about, we're gonna serve Jeff for our
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Gonna fatten him up.
Better
Oh,
brine
damn.
him out now.
I just failed. I lost all this.
Yeah, you lost the tractor and trailer on that one. Every part of that is really good. The bun, the meat.
I just ripped it.
That was quick, Jeff. I didn't know you were gonna rip it like that. The knife was on the way. You got too eager. I was being kind, but you got too eager.
Okay, now this is the problem. This is the problem I have with this. One, you
can't
edit
wait?
you edit the show, so you could make this look however you wanted
Oh,
this to
absolutely.
look.
That's-
Right?
It's
yeah.
not gonna be good for you.
It's not gonna good. It's not gonna go well for me.
No.
None of us is going to look pretty eating any of this, so we're good.
We haven't thrown food yet.
No?
These adobo fries were specially designed by chef they're designed to be eaten with beer. There's like a perfect level of saltiness that just makes you want to like grab your beer and
What I love about that Carolina Gold, too, is that heat comes at the end, but it's subtle, though.
it's subtle and it's just the flavor's amazing.
Absolutely.
How long's that been on the menu?
That's not on the menu.
Oh, that's not on the menu. That's like,
That was something that chef just whipped up because Thomas was here.
oh,
But
We might need to put that on the menu.
yeah, whenever he does things like that, I'm like, yeah, sorry, but Jeff, that's going to be on the special menu tomorrow. And he's like, why did I do that? But yeah, no, we'll definitely get that one out. That was.
Do you guys have a secret menu?
Somewhat, yeah. Somewhat, yeah. Pretty much anything that you've ever come here and had that isn't on the menu anymore, if you really wanted it, you could still get it. Like the Diablo pizza, I think we kind of discontinued that because it was spicy, so it was a certain person wanted it. We didn't sell a lot of them, but if that person came in and wanted it, they'll make it for you.
Anything Diablo, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm on board. I'm on board.
Yeah.
We should have a secret behind the counter menu and like spoof it up, give it some just strictly, you gotta like know a password or something like that to get to it.
I think what we need to come up with is like kind of like that one chip challenge. We're gonna do a one wing challenge here.
Yeah. That would be fun. What would be the hottest pepper you could get us that you guys grow?
That we grow would be the one that's in the mango, but we can make it a lot more proportionate. Make more pepper in that sauce, but it's a pretty hot chili.
Yeah.
It's a pretty hot chili. And again, it goes back to hot but flavorful. We can all eat hot, but if it doesn't taste good, what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah, but
I mean,
some
it's
people
good to
like
burn
to do that, like
your
the
uncle
contest.
or something, and have fun and film them or whatever.
Yeah.
But
we should do that for sure. We should do a contest. It definitely makes you want to smash a blonde, which we're all drinking right now. So
who doesn't?
But no, it's been great working with you. We've been having a great time. The community loves that we work with you. The community here loves Underwood. They support them like crazy. Pretty much every kid grew up here going to the pumpkin patch, and so everyone has like really good memories and feelings. Like the vibes, are all good. Like everybody just it makes
My daughter went yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, literally went yesterday.
That's funny. Did she pick some?
And I'm like,
pick some veggies?
We're talking to them tomorrow on the show.
Yeah.
And she ran over next door. My dad's talking to them tomorrow on the show.
That's really cool.
No, you guys are definitely better together. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and we're really thankful too for what Ivan and John have done for us as well, because we kind of both companies started this thing right when COVID hit, and what a horrible time to launch a new. We've been produce forever, right? But we don't really have a brand at that point, right? Because it's a homogeneous item, right? It's his iceberg, the same with that guy's iceberg. So now we're into we got to create a brand. Well,
right.
And then COVID hit. It's like,
Yeah.
So I remember coming here when basically John was trying to just do takeout, and it's a challenge. But you know what? You can't stop. You have to keep moving forward. I mean, we've been put up with the last 3-4 years have been rough.
Yeah.
But again, it's the local people that can help us, and like Tarantula Hill too. So we're really thankful and hope we can continue and grow this thing.
Yeah, for 100%. Sure. That's been great. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show.
I appreciate it.
All right.